Hello, it's Philip Taylor speaking from Richmond Green Chambers in London, and this morning I'm looking at a 2-volume book from Edward Elgar Publishing Limited, who are a family business looking at high academic standard work in legal and economic matters. We've written a review of this book, so I'm not going to go into detail, but I'm going to show the book. It's The Economics of International Trade Law, Volumes 1 and 2, edited by Alan O. Sykes. And we've given it the title, Economic Approaches to International Trade Law, discussed in 47 learned articles. And that's really why I'm going to show you the articles. That's the front of Volume 1, and then that's the back. This is the Economic Approaches to Law series, Volume 35. You can see the structure quite clear. There's chapter 17, which sets out, because again in this area you've got footnoting and everything else, but each individual chapter is going to be different. You can see by the different typeface the way they've actually produced this book, and you do have a lot of referencing on the American style, because Alan O. Sykes is from the New York University School of Law in New York. Now this is volume 1 itself, and then of course there's no index as such. That's the final part of the book. The front of the book actually shows you the contents. There it gives part 1, part 2, and then part 3. So it's really looking at international trade law in a great deal of detail. You've then got the acknowledgements, which are extensive. Do read the introduction from Sykes. He's a professor of law. There is a lot of detail. I mean, for instance, you can see some of the detail there, which will put 1 or 2 people to sleep, I can't help but feel. That is volume 1. Volume 2 follows in the same vein. And that is, again, you can see structure again, same sort of thing. Then it just continues. Again, it's got the content, so it's just repeating part of the information. Acknowledgements are repeated. Then we go into more detail again. Again, you can see from the typeface that it's different from what you would normally expect, where the typefaces do change because they're just taking the actual articles themselves. This 2-volume series, I think, is very valuable internationally. As I say, it's economic approaches to international trade law, discussed in 47 learned articles. Published by the Economic Approaches to Law series from Elgar. It's thought-provoking and, of course, very daunting to many people. Writing in the introduction, Sykes points out that the papers chosen for inclusion in this text all impact directly on law and legal institutions, and additionally are regarded as being pivotal in the development of modern economic theory of trade agreements, with emphasis throughout being theoretical rather than empirical. Certainly, therefore, the work offers much to intrigue, and there are plenty of examples which we give in our written review. So if you're a practitioner, economic advisor or academic, I'd say you do well to add this to as a useful and extensive 2-volume set to your professional library post haste. I'd like to thank all the people involved in the production of these 2 volumes, and of course Edward Elgar for overseeing everything. Thank you. Bye bye.